Hey guys, it's Emilyana and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm realizing that I'm going to have to take a call during this. Plus, I'll have my books with me, but either way, I'd be missing one book because it's being borrowed. So that doesn't matter anyways. So I'm like, should I, because I'm heading home tonight or tomorrow sometime. So I'm like, then I have my books, but one of them is still missing. But I still want to film this. I am doing a review on the book series Love and. I don't know what the true series is called. I guess it would be Love and Gelato. There's 3 books. They're all young adult, pretty quick reads, at least the first 2. The 3rd book is a bit longer, but I feel like it needed to be. So I don't know, let's get straight into it. I'm pulling up Goodreads because, well, Love and Gelato was the first one I read, and I have reread that book because of the movie. Please guys, don't watch the movie. Like, please. You can if you want. You'll waste your time. If you like the movie, like, put it down below because I'd be surprised. They just, maybe if you didn't read the book, but I think even if someone didn't read the book, like, the movie is just like, no. I don't support it. But if you like it, I'm not gonna judge you. So Love and Gelato I've read twice. And one of them was recently. It was over the summer. The other one, like, the first time I started this series was like probably high school, possibly even middle school. But they're like my favorite books. I just like need a refresher on character names, and that's why I'm pulling up the books. I think I got all of them right, but I can't find Love and Gelato. And that's the one I need. So the first book is Love and Gelato, and I did get the name right. Which goes on Lena's life, which she's the main character. She's amazing. And her mom died right before, like, she went to Italy. She went to Italy because, that's who her mom told her to go to. And when she got to Italy, she found her mom's diaries, or was like gifted to it by her mom. And then she kind of tries to like unravel this mystery. And all 3 books are, I would say, romance books or hints of romance. I feel like they all are really like finding yourself type books, because I feel like each of the girls were like finding themselves, like, what do I want to do? Like, there's always like a point where it's like you're finding something. But yeah, so Lena and Ren, that's his name. She meets Ren, and Ren tries to help her with this diary, and it kind of goes from there. And Ren also kind of really shows her amazing places in Italy. There's like a bakery that they go to and stuff like that. So I know that's like, it's a really good book, and I feel like you should try it. We're all fully young adults, but not to the point where like someone like me can enjoy it. I love this book. I've read it twice. Even the second time was like amazing. It was like I was reading it for the first time again. So yeah, I love it. Where's Love and Luck now? I found Love and Luck. So this goes on Addie. Addie appears in the first book. Addie is Lena's best friend. So then it goes to her one. And of course it's Love and Luck. And on the cover there's a 4-leaf clover. So now we're in Ireland. These are definitely travel books too, and that's kind of why I like it, because you get a feel for each place. This one was definitely my least favorite out of the 3. Doesn't mean it wasn't good though. It just didn't have some like points which I loved in like the first and third. The third is the most recent one I read. I just finished reading that. So this goes, and I will say all these books have this family-oriented family, and I think that's why I care for it the most, because each one of them, they're either close with their siblings or their parents, and that like clicks something, or like there's some family problem going on. Like they're very like real life situations that could happen, and I think that's another point where these books go up for me. So this one, there was a wedding, but I can't fully remember, but I think her brothers like wants to go to like this concert festival type thing while they're at the wedding, something like that. So then they go on this journey, and I feel like this one is probably the one with a little less like romance. I feel like all of these might be like under fiction possibly, because it's not necessarily romance. But I don't know. So they go on this little adventure, and what I like, if anyone's read like the Bridgerton and how they have like the lady whistle down paper, they have that, but it's like an Ireland directory type book, and I think that was my favorite part of the book, because okay, for the first 2 books I'm both Irish and Italian, so I'm really into like Italy and Ireland, and those are probably like the 2 top places I want to visit. So I would look up each of the directories and see the real place, and that like just made my like day with like the book. I know how to explain it. So like I look it up, I see what it is, and then I like keep on reading, and I feel like that's what I like about it, because I like seeing the visuals. I'm like, is this a, because with the directory I'm like, is this like actually a directory and like the author is using it? Which I didn't find out if it's like real or not, but like I kept searching up the places. I'm like, this is amazing. Like I just loved, I think I tabbed each of them in a certain color, so like when I flip to like my note tabs, go straight to that like place, so like I could like look at it and look it up again. I don't know, I think that was the coolest part of this book. I don't know if I loved the storyline. I mean, there were like some fun parts and like funny parts, and like the sibling banter I feel like was really good, but I don't know, I loved it. Well, I didn't love it as much as the first 2, but it was a cool experience. It's just like a lot different than the first 2, and like I said, there's like certain parts that I wish were in that book that were in the first 2, like that sort of aspect, like family aspect I guess, or I'm not sure. Okay, this is when I gotta take the call, so hold up. I'm back. Sorry if the lighting changed, but I took the call. But I'm back, and I think I was getting into the 3rd book. So, Love and Olive, the last book. I don't know if there's gonna be more in the series. If there are, that will be a different video. But for now, I want to do these 3 because I'm honestly just wanting to tell people about this series I like. So, yeah, that's why I'm making this. I want to tell people about this series. Sorry, I keep looking at my hair because, it's not the best, but honestly it's something, so I really don't care. So this is about Olive, or Liv. And she hasn't talked to her dad in a while, and her dad asked her to go to Greece to find Atlantis. I feel like I said that wrong. Atlantis. So that's kind of the starting point, and she gets there and her dad doesn't pick her up. It's Leo, is it? Leo, is that his name? I like don't have the book with me, so I'm like reading this, seeing if Theo. I was close. I'm like Leo? Theo. I feel like Theo, it has been in so many books I've been reading lately. It's random. Like, you don't hear that name often, but keeps coming up in my books. So Theo picks her up and she's kind of like, I don't know you. I don't want to do this. But she gets to the place safely. She sees her dad and they basically tell her they're making a documentary, and that's where like the starting point is. So they're making a documentary and a lot is going on. She has like a boyfriend back home. She's like choosing a college. She's 18, so she's like choosing a college and like doesn't know where to go. So like hers is a very like life timing, like figuring out like what do I do here, and she's getting mad at her dad at points, and Theo's trying to like talk her out of it, and like so there's so much emotion in this book. I mean, there are some slow points, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think any scene should have been left out. I think sorry I keep moving, my like foot is cramping and ow. Very real here, guys. Cause ouch, that hurt. So like she's like she like really just doesn't know what to do, and it's just like that time point. I was like, and you read about Greece, which was like amazing, and all these places. It was a really good book, and there's just so many good parts, and even the slow parts, like get through those slow parts because there's always something. I feel like there's always one chapter where I'm like, okay, I'm trying to push through this, but then the next chapter, oh my god, there's so much emotion. I feel like in all the books, honestly, the first one and the last one probably are the most emotional, but like the emotion stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. But yeah, I know these books are so good. I hope this video makes you want to read them. I love them so much. The first one's in Italy, which, oh my gosh, amazing, beautiful. Like, I don't know how many good words I like say with this. They're just so good, especially for young adults, because I don't know if anyone here has read young adult, but there's sometimes just like iffy the writing style. I feel like they either make the characters seem too young, or too old, like it's to that point, like they don't know how to like write the age. So I feel like that is something where I don't really see that in this book, but it's really good. I feel like you don't even notice it's a young adult one. I feel like maybe in the first two you might. This last one, no, it was like a whole like story, like wasn't even young adult. I feel like that could be like a regular book. So I know they're really good. Let me know if you guys try it out. I can give you my good reads, not star. I'm giving you my star ratings for my Goodreads. Let me get back to Love and Gelato. Okay, Love and Gelato I gave, which I feel like this should be changed, a 4-star. I'm gonna change that to 5-star because it shouldn't be 4. It is 5. Oh, that's in general. Oh, I see. I was reading the general ratings, not mine. Love and Luck I gave 4 because again, I say it's good, but there's a part missing, and I'm pretty sure Love and Olive I gave 5. Yeah, gave it a 5. That one I just read, but it was so good. Okay, outro. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out, and then it kind of sees like, oh, does this person actually like watch the whole thing and like it? Because I feel like a lot of people like watch my stuff and then don't like. So I don't really know if people are liking this, but I'm liking this book stuff, so I'm continuing it. I promise next video won't be a book one, but I didn't feel like editing that video. So I thought I'd make this because I kept thinking about making this one. So here it is. Subscribe, turn post notifications on if you want to know when I do post. I post every Friday, and I usually post at 12:15 p.m. So yeah, but if you want a extra like helper, the notifications do help. All my social medias are down below, so you can click those. But I'm basically itsemilyana on everything. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day, have a nice night, maybe this afternoon, have a like amazing life basically. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.